Okay, checka, check 1 2, check 1 2, mic check, camera check. Looking like we're on, Mrs. T. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
And look,
Hello.
Mike says happy Friday, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
And good to see you here. We're just checking out the old system, and we're actually glad we did. I had to update Zoom today, and it goofed things up. And for just a minute there, we couldn't get our camera to work or the audio.
Oh, yep.
The mic wasn't working either. So I had to restart the computer. Oh, here comes Star Stacker. Hi, Star Stacker. And so after restarting, we breathed a sigh of relief because,
Thank goodness.
yeah, I know, the camera and the mic started working again, and it's that doggone Zoom. But we're glad we're here. And Star Stacker, not too much. It's a Friday night. Haven't even had dinner yet, and
No.
it is going on 9 o'clock. We're kind of going back and forth between, does Mrs. T actually cook?
Yes, I will cook.
Or did
It's
we just
been
eat a bowl of
long
cereal,
night.
crash out, and watch some Netflix?
I will cook.
And if she didn't, that'd be okay with me. But she has something she needs to cook. So Yote Fan is here. Hey, Yote Fan. 7 stacks. Hey, people are showing up, Mrs. T. And glad it's all up and operational. Me too, Mike. I'll tell you what, I'm not a huge techie, and it was a relief to get that up without too many tears shed. So, hey, let me, now that we know the system's up and working, and I will say, I do appreciate the HD now that we've upgraded to the 1080. Let me show you some of the pieces that we've got going on tonight. And let me show you, where do I start? Well, you've seen these before, but I've got another MS-70 Libertad. Everybody's talking about the 2023s. When are they going to come out? And I just ordered mine, actually pre-ordered from Chi-Town Stacking. And I reached out to those guys to interview them. I must be kind of shy, had no interest in doing any interviews, but maybe someday, you never know. But either way, regardless as to when the 2023s come out, right here in my hands, I'm holding a 2022, and it's an MS-70, a perfect example of the old Libertad. And by the way, I don't know if any of you ever saw this channel called The Culture of Currency. I enjoy watching that from time to time. The guy does coin reviews and from all around the world. And so, I get a little different smattering of coins that I don't normally see. And he did his top 100. Mrs. T, guess what number the Libertad was? Did any of you guys watch that to see? Take a wild guess. 1 to 100. Where do you think he ranked the Mexican silver Libertad?
99.
99? No, 1 is the best.
Oh, 1 is the best? Oh, yeah. 2.
You're not too far off. It was in the top 10. He ranked at number 9.
Oh, wow.
And for some odd reason, he ranked the South African Krugerrand ahead of the Libertad. Wow. Now, I had to file a formal protest on that one.
Mark says hi. Hey, Mark.
Star Stacker guest 5. Oh, Mark's here? Where's Mark? I don't see him.
Here.
Hey, Mark, what's happening, man?
It's like he's probably having coffee right now.
He's got a wedding tonight, and he'll log in as soon as he gets home. Oh, cool.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah, have a good time, buddy. Mike, your guess was pretty close. It was 9, if I remember correctly, and he had like the a bunch of obscure coins. He had the ASE in the top 10, but I was shocked that he had the old Krug. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the Krug, but you guys know where I would rank the Libertad, higher than 9, that's for sure. And in addition to that one, let me kind of go through the stuff that I have on the old turntable here. And by the way, the giveaways when we did the silver certificates, it seemed to be real popular, didn't it, Mrs. T?
Yes, it was.
And by popular demand, I've got a stack of silver certificates, and we'll go through these. Whoever makes a purchase tomorrow morning. By the way, the auction is tomorrow, Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central. Whoever makes a purchase, Star Stacker said, enjoy your dinner, and threw in a $2 super chat. Thank you, Star Stacker.
Pasika says hello.
That's right. Oh, hey, Pasikas is here. Hey, and so yeah, these will be going out all around the nation to people who will be purchasing items tomorrow. And speaking of all around the nation, we've gained some new folks along the way. Just last week, we shipped to 2 or 3 different new locales that we haven't shipped to before. And it's always nice to pick up new folks who enjoy our auctions. And let's see. Mark, I will get a bottle of Dragon Tears all the way from Illinois. It's open. So good to see you, Fasikas. Let me show you what else we have. Oh, this is a nice little one. Tell you what, when I pour these, this one came out really, really well. The 20 is very pronounced there. The YouTube symbol is very pronounced there, the T, but all around the whole coin, or not coin, all around this whole little round that I poured, it's got a lot of character, little nooks and crannies. It just looks kind of cool. I almost toned this one, but it just looks so perfect. I mean, symmetrically, just there's everything about it I really like. Got the back stamped. It's almost 2 ounces here. So this one is for those bright, shiny silver lovers. Went through the tumbler, got all nice and shiny. And for if you like the bright, shiny silver, here you go, coming around the bend. There we go. Put them away. And there's that. Let's see. Mike says the new furnace seems to work well. Yeah.
Yes.
I had one little scare yesterday. I'm always wanting to put inside the crucible as much silver as I can because it's such a big process. It's like an hour and a half to 2 hours, probably closer to 2 hours for that whole thing to warm up and be ready for silver pouring. And oh gosh,
plus it was really hot. Like
yesterday it was 95 degrees in the garage. I mean,
and then you had the furnace going, and it was hot.
And then we had 2 near catastrophes. Number one, I put so much silver in that the bottom melted and the top crusted over, so I had to poke some of that silver down, and that worked out okay. And all right, I'm going. Things are working out well, and all of a sudden, boom, the thing shuts off. And the plug that it was plugged into was still getting power, but the furnace shut off, and I didn't know what the heck happened. I had to do some major problem solving.
Immediate.
Because I was explaining to Mrs. T, and in a very I guess in a way that was of urgency. I got to get this darn thing. And maybe I didn't use the word, another 4-letter word.
Remember the background video that I did? I should have probably been filming.
You might have caught some of that, but the damn thing turned off. I was rushing around trying to find another extension cord, another surge protector. And because as that thing was cooling down, if that 20 something ounces of silver in that crucible would solidify, A, I'd break the crucible. B, I'd have a big giant tube of silver that I would never be able to slide into another crucible. It would just have been a disaster. And all that effort of 2 hours of warming up would have gone to naught. And eventually, Mrs. T saved the day.
I did.
With a solution.
Calm. I kept it cool.
More than me. There might have been a broken light in the process.
Yeah, you were.
Few choice words.
You were not, too cool. I said, "This is what we're gonna do," and we did it, and it turned out great.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. T, for coming up with the solution. The good on the fly problem solving. This one is number 18. So we're still below 20 on this one. So if you haven't received one of these yet, this one's number 18. And then I poured this guy right here. And I was really pleased because when I first started pouring the skulls, and let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. When I first started pouring the skulls, I was kind of a beginner silver pour. Oh, there we go. And I've learned some new techniques since that time. So this one, you'll see tomorrow when I open up my blinds and get a little natural light in here. This one is silver, but with backgrounds of purple and blue, turquoise. And right now it's nighttime and I can't get that natural light in, but you'll have to trust me. I think you're going to be impressed with this one tomorrow. It came out really, really well, like the shape, everything's symmetrical. The color behind, the technique, 3.7 ounces, beautiful silver, number 9. So this is the last in single digits for those of you who pay attention to numbers. You know, who knows, in 25 years after I'm some kind of a notable silver pour artist and I'm on skull number 292, you know, having number 9 might actually account for something.
This is number 9. You just said 292.
Yeah, you never know. It might be a long while.
I don't know, T.
Maybe that one will be collectible or something.
That's a big goal, T.
And so Dale M., thank you very much. Says looking great.
And Mark says, my wife keeps me calm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike says some of my best stuff. Yeah. I haven't made one in a while either, Mike. I've been experimenting with new things and having fun, trying new techniques. I've been learning, buying new equipment. I've got some new equipment to buy tomorrow. You know, it's a process. It's a work in process. And well, that leads us to this one. I'll show you the certificate of authenticity before I show you the piece. It's called Old Glory. I don't know how many of you saw my short. Wow. Not many of you saw it because it wasn't very popular. YouTube just
I saw it.
Never, but YouTube never picked it up. No. And sometimes YouTube, whether it's whatever type of video, could be the best video I ever made. If YouTube decides to pick it up and share it with people, people see it. If YouTube decides to ignore it, it gets ignored.
It's a good video.
And not many people saw it. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It was one of my shorts. I put a little extra effort, a little song in it. But
Dale M. says he did. He saw it.
Oh, thanks, Dale. Glad you saw it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
This next piece, what's unique about this one is I had these new certificates of authenticity made up. And these now have a born on. So if I pour something like that skull that I didn't record, I'll just put the date, what date it was born on. But for some of you, might receive one with a URL. And the URL shows the piece actually being born. Yes. Me physically pouring molten silver into, in this case, the sand cast, and then cooled down and pulled out and you know, and then finished and then shown. Yep. So this one, whoever buys this, will go back, whether it's next week or 2 years from now, can go back to that URL and see this piece being born right before your eyes. And here it is. And I was pleasantly surprised. I decided to tone it up, and I really like the contrast between the shiny stripes and the toned up stripes.
So can I add my, you know, so I filmed that piece of you pouring that.
Yeah, so you got the credit there, Mrs. T.
And I'm telling you, it was hot. It was a very hot day. And plus we both worked, you know, our normal jobs, our regular jobs. And we were, oh my goodness, we were in the garage and it was
pretty
very intense night. But I kept telling T, just keep going. It's going to work out. And it did work out. Look at this piece.
I'm pretty pleased with it, to be honest with you. And there you go. 6.2 ounces of silver. And this is number 2. Number 1, the prototype. You know, my matter of fact, I'm going to have to make a video showing all my prototypes.
You know, somebody said that today. The coin lady, you know, the coin lady, she said, Mr. T has to show all of his
like all in one video.
Yes, all of his pores because they want to see all of them.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you guys like this one. It'll be offered tomorrow, and somebody will have an opportunity to have this mailed to them wherever they are. And so I was in a patriotic mood, and I'll tell you what, I'm pretty darn proud of that one. So, hey, Tuli's here. Hey, Tuli.
Central Michigan and Tigers here too.
Tiger, Central Michigan, the whole gang's here. Hope to see you all tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. We're going to have a good time. It's probably going to be a shorter auction. The last short one we did, it seems like forever, but it was on a Thursday night. It was before we left town and went over to St. Louis. We did a Thursday nighter, a mini auction, and this one will be a little on the shorter side as well, probably closer to 1.5 hours rather than our normal 2.5 hours, somewhere in there. But it should be fun, especially if the whole gang shows up. We have a good time, interacting with you guys and having fun, and it's all good natured too, which is nice. And Mark agrees. Yeah, that was a good length, about hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. It goes by super fast, but we'll get through what we can get through. I've got some stuff that you've never seen before.
Oh, RH said hi.
Oh, RH. Hi. Hey, RH. How's it going? Well, speaking of RH, Mrs. T, we need to think of some good questions.
Oh, I know.
Hopefully people will go look at the previous week's videos. We had a pretty popular video on Sunday.
Yes.
We released a Sherry video and then a couple shorts this week. And
that video was pretty cool because making that video was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And in case you're wondering, we released that one from St. Louis.
Yeah, we did.
We were at a coin show on Saturday and having a lot of fun out there, getting out of our, neck of the woods and seeing another part of the country.
Oh, and it was hot.
Yeah, Mrs. T had never even seen the Arch in St. Louis. But we went to Cubs, Cardinals, had a good old time.
Go Cubs!
Yeah.
Woo!
And
go Cubbies.
But guys, you know what? It's time to go cook up some dinner, say goodbye, and maybe relax a little for the big show tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see you all back. And everybody have a good night. Mrs. T, did I leave anything out?
No, I think that's good. So join us tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time.
All right. You guys have a good one. And we'll see you all. What's Julie saying? I like me. Detroit Tigers. Tigers fan. And
oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, Cubs are making a little resurgence here. They had several good series. They got their butts kicked today, but we've got another game tomorrow. And we're making some noise here at the second half of the season. See you all mañana, 8:30.
See you tomorrow. Get that coffee ready.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.